Spoiled is a sickly tale for the romantic horror fans out there. Directed by Andy Wolk, written by Connie Johnson and Doug Running, and shot by Levi Isaacs. Based on a story from The Haunt of Fear number 26. No spoiled times here, there's plenty of fun to keep fresh. Janet and Leon are madly in love, unbeknownst to Janet's husband, Abel, or so they thought. Abel has done something to Janet and Leon, something truly disturbing. Flashback months earlier, before Leon was in the picture, when Janet and Abel were married, but I can't say happily married. Abel would spend his nights away from Janet. Being a surgeon, he was often called into the hospital last minute. Even on his nights off, he would spend his time in his lab, working on a new anesthetic that could change the medical world as we know it. Night after night, Janet would spend all her time alone. The TV episode adds to the mix, turning Janet into an obsessed fan of a soap opera starring Fuchsia Monroe, a woman who goes after whatever or whoever she wants. Fuchsia is not shackled by the confines of everyday life that Janet is, like sorting laundry. But Janet's friend Louise thinks Janet has things pretty good.
Oh, come on, Janet. You've got the American dream. You're married to a doctor.
Yeah, but he's married to his work. His stupid research, his fancy pants operations. Well, I want Fuchsia's life. Hot passion. Ooh. Steamy romance.
In her heart, Janet knows she's only dreaming. She gets lost in her own mind all the time.
Darling. What a fool I've been exploring medical science when I could be exploring you.
Well, Christopher Columbus, welcome to the New World.
Earth to Janet. Are you okay, hon?
Huh? Oh.
Her attempts at romance with her husband are thwarted by his work. As he gets deeper into his experiments, she gets deeper into her soap opera fantasies. Until the picture goes out before a thrilling conclusion, Louise tells Janet it's time to upgrade to cable. One night, on Abel's way out, Janet asks if she can have the car. She would like to go out tonight. She finds herself at a lonely bar, where she meets Leon for the first time, and has an instant connection with him. The show also switches Abel and Leon's names around, but to keep things simple, I'll stick with the comics labeling. The cable guy arrives, and Janet is clearly smitten.
Oh.
Hi. I'm Abel, with the cable.
I'm sure you are.
So that's why the show switched the names. Writing double entendres can be fun.
So where do you want it?
Huh?
Your box.
Excuse me?
The cable box.
Oh!
Where do you want it?
Well, I need it more than once. I mean, I need it in different rooms. I mean, can you do it in the bedroom, too?
No problem.
The cable is hooked up and he has to go, but not before leaving Janet his card. Janet keeps trying to get her husband's attention and affection. She is desperate for him, but he is at a critical stage for his research and has to rush to the hospital. While he is away, she wants to play, and we get more double entendres.
I'm having problems with my reception, Abel. I've tried the knobs, but I'm not getting anything.
Well, I'm pretty good at playing with knobs. Maybe you just got a bad connection.
Oh, then take a look.
Now Janet's found that soap opera passion she's been aching for. Her husband returns later, none the wiser.
Have anything to say, Leon?
Yeah, what happened to the TV?
That's all?
I'm on the verge of greatness. Back to work. Call the TV repairman in the morning.
Good idea, Leon. Good idea.
Janet and her new lover cannot stay away from each other. Even when her husband is downstairs in his lab, the two would get cozy, always keeping an eye on Abel's work light. Once it goes off, they must say goodbye for the night. Janet's affair progresses, just as her husband's medical research progresses as well. Then one night, after making a significant breakthrough, her husband rushes upstairs to tell Janet, forgetting to turn off the lab's light. He sees the two lovers together. Abel is devastated. Sadness washes over him, followed by the desire to hurt Janet, just as she has hurt him. His plan lies within his surgical experience. The next day, Abel flies out of town for a couple days, or at least that's what he has Janet think. Hidden within his lab, he waits for Janet and Leon to be together. As the two lovers enjoy their privacy, Abel sneaks up behind them, armed with his fast-acting anesthetic. There is no elaborate plan in the show. He goes right to knocking them out. Abel carries the two into his lab. After working with animals, his experiments have now graduated to human test subjects. After the surgery, he keeps them under the anesthetic for a few more days, until they have healed. He drags them back to their places on the couch and leaves them to wake up to their ultimate fate. He has switched their heads. Janet's head on Leon's body, and Leon's head on Janet's body. How could they want one another now? Their entire affair has been spoiled. The husband in the show gets a little more sick joy out of this medical milestone as he gloats in front of his wife and the cable guy.
Leon, how could you?
You lost your heads over each other. You wanted each other's bodies. I gave them to you.
The comic already feels like a pulp romance gone wrong. The show introducing the soap opera elements only adds to the spoils of Janet's fantasy. This episode had to be fun to write and fun to make. The delicious puns in the dialogue, the deliberate overacting, the goofy head replacement effect. Spoiled feels like it was actually written and directed by the Crypt Keeper himself. We even get a little cameo from our host when our two starstruck lovers are almost caught.
Didn't you just install cable the other day?
But I had to come back. We had to work out some of the kinks.
Turn that off.
This is one adaptation that doesn't lose its head.